Here we have to see about a few topics under evolution which are closely related to each other in their effect. Genetic drift, bottleneck phenomenon, founder's effect. Now you see the meaning for genetic drift. It's otherwise called Sewell-Wright's effect after the name of the evolutionist who proposed such phenomenon. Now this is the isolation of the individuals of a population occupying an area, or death of the large number of individuals in a population by natural disasters, calamities such as flood, fire, cyclone, earthquakes, even you can say volcano, and that way. Now when they occur, there some of the individuals in a large population occupying an area may die, and only few of the individuals may be left to live to the next generation. Or even in the case of flood, an area may be divided into two regions, and some of the individuals of one population will get into one area and the remaining will get into the other area. And if there is no chance for the meeting of the individuals of these two regions for long period, then each isolated individual, isolated group will develop into a new population in due course of time, which may take, the time is the factor of evolution. So that's what's said to be the genetic drift. Here the change may occur sudden or drastic. That means the flood which may come at a point of time can divide an area into two. Accordingly, the individuals which may be very smaller and they cannot cross the flood, and in due course of time will get isolated completely from each other. That way. Now for example, you say there the two interbreeding population in an area A and B, and of which you assume A able to produce large number of eggs compared to that of B, and due to such natural disasters there the possibility for the death of most of the individuals of A. That way what would happen, the genes or alleles responsible for producing large number of eggs will be eliminated from that population, from that area. So in the coming generation there will be change in the frequency of the alleles. That way only you have to put it as the effect of genetic drift. Not only in terms of person. When a person is eliminated, the alleles, if it is disadvantageous, it would be harmful for the next generation to come. If it is disadvantageous, to an extent it would be okay. Anyway, there will be change in the frequency of the allele responsible for producing a character in the individuals which die or got isolated suddenly. That's what meant by the word genetic drift. And here you say bottleneck phenomenon, more or less similar to that of the effect of genetic drift, but here it is explained with an illustration. You see here the bottom of the bottle as the area with a large population, having large number of individuals, in the sense that the number of genes, the total number of genes in that population may be high. And then due to such natural calamities, the individuals are unable to live in that area and that will start moving. And due to such natural disasters, you assume most of the individuals die. And at the effort to escape out of the area, they will try to rush to the other area. So during the course of the period of their transfer from one area to a new area, there most of the individuals would die and only the few individuals will remain, which would reach the new area. Accordingly, a large population due to such natural disasters, whether of the death or isolation, because the intolerant individuals can try to go away from that population and to occupy a new place, what is said to be reduced population. So a few of the individuals of large population, due to such effects which can force the individual to go away from that place. And when they occupy a new place and assume to be the isolated group with a less number of individuals called reduced population. So compared to the sum of the genes or the gene pool, size of the gene pool in the previous population, here the size of the gene pool will be less, and which is said to be the bottleneck phenomenon, by which individuals of a large population will be lessened and they are forced to occupy into a new place, and only a few individuals escape out of the large population due to such disasters. And even you can continue it into founder's effect. Now you assume in a new area, an island, only a few individuals of the large population escape out and are reached, and from such individuals escaped out of this bottleneck phenomenon due to the bottleneck effect, these few individuals assume to reproduce to form a new population in course of time. So such isolated individuals, which are the source of alleles for the new population, because as they are purely isolated from the previous population, for the new population there is no other source except these few individuals escaped out of the disastrous effect. Accordingly, they are said to be the founders. Founders, that even you know the literal meaning, the founder of the institution, that way. So here the few individuals act like the founders of new population. So whatever the gene pool nature in the new population will depend on the genes getting along with these founders. So accordingly, here the possibility for the formation of even a new species in course of time according to the effect of environmental factors where the new population is forming, it's called a founder's effect.